Dr. Sella here, and this is day one of the 50 days of 8-man triple option football. New series. Did one of these series about 2 years ago, but it's time to do a new series. We're doing 50 days of 8-man triple option football to get us through the rest of 2022 so you can thrive and advance in 2023. Today we're going to talk about running zone dive from the heavy formation. So what you do is you're going to align with an end, a center, two guards, and an end. 3.5 foot splits. They're going to put their dominant hand at the heels of the center. Their base is narrower than shoulder width apart. The A-back's going to align behind the second guard about half a yard behind him because he's going to be wedging with him on the zone dive. The B-back aligns in a three-point stance behind the quarterback. His depth is determined by how fast he can get into the ball when the ball is pointed. Most high school B-backs are hands about 3 yards from the quarterback. So what happens here is on the zone dive, it's a wedge that's set on the guard. So the guard will post the player on him. He will two-hand slam him, put his nose in the V of the neck, make sure he's got tight hands, and take 4-inch northbound steps. The other guard's going to block down. He's going to get his left knee through the crotch of that player, left hand to the stomach, 4-inch northbound steps. The center is going to open flat, and he's going to run, and when he gets hip to hip with the guard, he's going to turn vertical and use his right hand to block through that player and take 4-inch northbound steps from there. The backside end is going to sprint through the spine of the backside guard and then block the center spine, which cancels the backside A-gap. The play side end is going to block the nearest inside linebacker, and that's that. The A-back is going to wedge with the tackle. He's going to block whoever shows. If nobody shows, he goes to the second level. So basically what happens here is the quarterback's going to take the snap. He's going to jump in the play side A-gap and point the ball. B-back's going to sprint through the ball, sprint through the play side hip of this guard, sprint through the end zone. Question I'm always going to get is, well, what do you do with these two guys? Well, somebody's got to take the quarterback. Whoever folds inside is going to end up getting either blocked by him, or if it's extreme, it would be him. So he's going to end up running into one of their paths, and that'll be it. Very, very hard for this guy to come down and make the tackle on the dive. Just because of the threat of other concepts that you run, it's just very, very hard for these guys to have to fold back inside with such authority, as you'll see in the next 49 days. Plus, somebody's got to take the quarterback. So that's how you run zone dive out of the heavy formation. It's the number one concept my 8-man clients utilize. It's Air Force and Army's number one play. And right now, that's the play you use to set everything up. Years ago, the triple option used to set up the zone dive. Army and Air Force have figured out now that the zone dive sets up the triple option. So that's how you run the zone dive from the heavy formation. And coaches, if you're looking to win more games in 2023 for 8-man football, you give me a call. I have a client right now who's playing in the state championship game this weekend in South Carolina. I was fortunate 2 years ago to have a client in Oklahoma win the state championship. So if you're ready to win right now, give me a call. My number's on the thumbnail of this video, and so is my website, and we'll talk soon.